Logical Idiot presents #hate because it's 2015. Hello friends, Logical Idiot. Yesterday I came across this article about the Canadian cabinet, new Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. The website is called The Daily Dot. I have no idea why I got to it or how I got to it, but I got to it. So the name of the article is called 3 Simple Words Can Help America Put a Stop to Sexism in Government. Wonderful title. I'm going to put that down in the link. You can check it out yourself. It's pretty crappy reading. So I'm not sure how 3 simple words could change this rampant sexism in the American government, but I'm willing to hear the guy out and see what he has to say. So the backstory is that the Canadian Prime Minister, the new Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, has made an announcement that he's going to have his cabinet split equally between men and women. So there's 30 people in the cabinet, I guess, which seems fucking crazy to me, but whatever. So he's going to have 15 men and 15 women, regardless of anything else. And at a news conference, I guess a reporter asked him why he felt this was important to build his team with this way. And instead of giving a lengthy, kind of reasonable, thought-out answer, he just said, because it's 2015. And so that is the basis for this hashtag, because it's 2015, which I fucking hate. So just continuing reading his article here, he says, those 3 words took a life of their own on Twitter. And by the way, I think Twitter's fucking stupid. I'll probably say this a million times in these videos, but fuck Twitter. But whatever, I understand it. It's good for some people, but whatever. And so, let's see. Off-cuff response set off a number of inspired hashtags like because it's 2015, affirming the need for governments to ensure that the people in power represent the population they've sworn to serve. The move was simple, but the impact was profound. And it sends a message to other countries, including the United States, about an easy way to address the gender disparities in government, starting at the highest executive levels. Oh boy. How much fucking bullshit can you put into one paragraph? He continues his article by saying that America should follow suit because they have a long storied history of keeping the cabinet chock full of men. He does, of course, credit Obama as being the most diverse, but still has the majority of men, and he laments Bush, of course, for having too many men and so forth, so on and so forth. I have big problems with this. Not for Canada. I could give a rat's ass about Canada. I don't live there, so what Canada does is fine with them if they're happy with it. But if they're trying to get this into America, I have a problem with it, and here are 2 main reasons why I do. The first one, obviously, is it's a quota. It's not based on merit. It's not based on ability. So you could be putting lesser people into positions of power, which is just terrible to think of. So obviously, right off the bat, that's just dumb. Quotas are not a good thing. They haven't proven to help anybody as far as I'm concerned. So I would rather have the best people possible rather than just filling a quota. Now, the number 2 point is the one that always gets me about these kind of social justice movements. And I usually just kind of have the idea that it's always going to come back and bite them in the end. But, waiting for that to happen can be tedious. So the thing is, if you say it has to be 50-50, now, number 1, the guy points out that Obama has a 23-member cabinet, so there's no way you can have 50-50 to begin with. You can't split somebody, so you'd have to have 12 and 11. So automatically, there's going to be a problem there. Who gets, is it 12 men? Is it 11 women? Is it 12 women, 11 men? There's going to be an issue there, number 1. Number 2, the population is not split exactly 50-50, so there's maybe 50% women and 48% men. So then what do? Do you need to match that exactly? And obviously, you can't do that. That would be like 10 point, or it'd be 11.3. So there's just no way to get the exact number. So now you're kind of making an artificial number of 50-50. And certainly within each cabinet, there's different levels of power within the cabinet. The vice president obviously probably has the president's ear most of the time. The secretary of defense, the secretary of treasury, but then there's lesser ones. Obviously, if you have 23 people in the cabinet, so there's a hierarchy involved. And so now, what if all the men are at the higher positions and the women are at the lower? If it's split evenly down the middle, which it can't be in the current American cabinet. But do women then complain about, well, they're on the hierarchy? I mean, it's a never-ending kind of eat their own tail kind of thing. But I would also say that, but what if more women are qualified? What if, and I know some men out there will have a hard time believing this, but yeah, what if out of the 23-member cabinet, what if there's 20 women who are more qualified than men? I would rather have 20 women there and 3 men than having split equally. I have a very hard time believing that if that did happen, feminists would stand up and say, no, 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 we need more men in the cabinet. We need that 50-50 split. It's such a silly concept of quotas to try and justify or rectify things from the past, perceived things from the past. It just is not a way to move forward. And I can't believe that these people don't understand. I can't believe when you're fucking around on Twitter, stupid ass Twitter, that is something that pops up, hey, because it's 2015. And of course, the logical next step for these people beyond gender equity would then be racial equity, gay and lesbian equity, which is fine, but then trans equity, which I'm not sure I'm down with that. But so then you have to do what, a census every year to figure out what the population distribution is, so that therefore we can apply a somewhat possible distribution of cabinet positions to those races. It's dumb. It's just, it's an over-management way of doing things. And again, I would personally rather have the best people in office, regardless of race, regardless of gender, regardless of sexual orientation, whatever. Just do the job right, be honest, and be straightforward, and do what you fucking said you would do to help make your country better. And for those concerned that 2015 is almost over with, don't worry, they got you covered. One of these people on Twitter, they have a picture of her saying, I will pledge to respond because it's 2015 once every day for the next 57 days. Then perhaps because it's 2016. Yay, you freaking idiot. As I said, hey, Canada, if it works for you, go for it. Do it. I don't think it'll work in America. America is very different than Canada. And I don't want to see it in America. I think it's a bad idea. I think it's wrong on many levels. And the underlying principle behind quotaing gender and race and anything else is just identity politics that I think won't work and will cause more problems than what we got. So the next time you see the hashtag because it's 2015, you will now know the underlying information behind that, and you'll know how fucking stupid it is. So with that is my hashtag hate for today. Because it's 2015, I fucking hate you. Logical idiot, out.